Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here. Today, I'm going to be acting as your personal creative coach because we are unlocking something truly wild, the ultimate logic-free studio. I mean, think about your current creative process for a second. Even with the most massive imagination in the world, you're still boxed in by waking reality, right? But what if you could step into a workspace where the impossible is just natural? That's exactly what we're unpacking today, using the brilliant insights from Architect of the Infinite. So get comfortable, keep an open mind, and let's get ready to build. Let's be real. In our waking reality, we're constantly battling resistance. We're restricted by logic, tight budgets, gravity, the literal limits of our paint or software, and honestly, the heavy fear of failure. It's super frustrating. But over in the lucid dreaming environment, man, it's totally different. Ideas just flow effortlessly. Your imagination moves completely free, zero burdens from the rules of the waking world. I really want you to feel that weightless flow. This is a game changer, because accessing this state strips away all that friction between your raw inspiration and the final canvas. So here's our agenda for today's masterclass. Number 1, the Infinite Creative Studio. Number 2, Step 1, build impulsible worlds. Number 3, Step 2, stop forcing it. And finally, Number 4, Step 3, harvest the fragments. Okay, to give you a really clear, actionable roadmap, we're breaking this whole lucid creative process down into 3 distinct phases. Step 1 is active creation. Step 2 is passive observation. And Step 3 is the waking harvest. Memorize this sequence, guys. This right here is your practical guide to turning sleep into your absolute most productive artistic phase. All right, let's dive into Section 1, the Infinite Creative Studio. Here is the absolute core truth of all this. Inside the dreaming mind, creativity is just not restricted by logic. Look, in your normal waking studio, if you want to paint a landscape, you got to mix the exact right pigments, you have to nail the lighting, you got to follow all those strict rules of perspective. But inside a dream, the impossible becomes totally natural. Worlds just appear. You can experiment completely free from the fear of failure. Because guess what? You literally cannot ruin a canvas in a dream. You can't waste expensive materials. It is this amazing space of pure, unadulterated trial and error, where logic simply doesn't exist. And hey, if you're feeling a little hesitant about trying this, consider this. You are joining a centuries-old lineage. This exact state has inspired history's greatest artists, writers, musicians, and inventors for hundreds of years. The greats, they've always known that inside the dreaming mind, you can explore ideas in ways that waking reality just cannot offer. You're basically tapping into the exact same reservoir of genius that birthed some of history's absolute greatest symphonies, novels, and inventions. How cool is that? Moving right along to Section 2, Step 1, build impossible worlds. The main instruction here is incredibly simple but so profound. You can create landscapes, paint the sky with thought alone. As your coach, my assignment for you tonight is to practice this intention. When you become lucid in your dream, don't just wander around aimlessly. Stand still and actively change the environment. Literally paint the sky with vibrant, swirling bioluminescence. Raise massive crystalline mountains right out of the dirt just by lifting your hands. You're using your focused thought as the paintbrush. In this studio, your intention is literally the only tool you need. Let's build on that a bit. I want you to push the boundaries by experiencing and constructing impossible architecture entirely free from limits. Seriously, design structures totally unburdened by gravity or waking world physics. Construct a towering, massive cathedral where the walls are made of breathable, flowing water. Or design one of those crazy Escher-style staircases that spirals infinitely up into a nebula. Build a room where the floor is the ceiling and the light actually comes out of the shadows. Constructing these limitless environments stretches your creative muscles in ways the waking world simply never could. And this limitless exploration applies to literally every single medium. If you're a musician, your step 1 is to imagine a complex symphony, and the dream is going to allow you to instantly hear it played by an invisible orchestra. If you're a choreographer or an animator, just imagine a sequence of movement, and you'll watch it instantly unfold right before your eyes. You're completely bypassing the whole execution phase and going straight from conception to the final result. It is instant creative gratification. Okay, Section 3. Step 2, stop forcing it. Now, you can't be in control the whole time, right? The absolutely crucial point in Step 2 is to stop micromanaging the dream. I want you to literally speak this question out loud within the lucid state. What can my imagination create here? By asking this, you are shifting gears from being the active architect to a passive observer. You're surrendering control back over to your deep subconscious. Sometimes the most beautiful ideas appear when we just stop trying to force them. So ask the question, and then step back and just watch the canvas fill itself. So when you ask that question and take a step back, how exactly does the dream answer you? Well, rarely with a neatly completed blueprint, I'll tell you that. Natural creativity arrives through profound symbols, really unexpected images, overwhelming feelings, and these incredible moments of sudden intuitive understanding. You have to be receptive to this language. As an artist in this moment, you are no longer dictating the art. You are actively listening to the raw, completely unfiltered voice of your own mind. And the rewards for this passive observation, honestly, they're staggering. You'll witness scenes that feel way more imaginative than anything you could ever consciously invent while awake. You might suddenly see colors differently, like literally colors that don't even have names or exist on the normal waking spectrum. You're essentially allowing your deep mind to present you with a masterpiece that your waking ego could never have conceived on its own. Just soak it all in, memorize that aesthetic. Which brings us to our final phase, Section 4, Step 3, Harvest the fragments. But here is the catch. The subconscious creates differently. It doesn't create through the grinding, grueling effort we're used to. It creates through absolute freedom. And guys, freedom is fleeting. When the logic-free studio dissolves and you open your eyes in your bed, that freedom begins to evaporate instantly. You've crossed back into the waking world, and you are now officially racing against time. So you have to act immediately. When you wake up, only fragments of that infinite creativity remain. It might be a specific idea, a lingering feeling, a spurk of inspiration, or maybe just something totally new that you can't quite articulate yet. Your actionable step here is non-negotiable. Keep a sketchbook or a voice recorder right next to your bed. Do not get up to make coffee. Do not look at your phone. Immediately harvest those fragments before waking logic sweeps them all away. Even just a rough sketch of that impossible architecture or a few quick notes about that unearthly color can be the seed for your next great waking project. As your coach, I really want to leave you with this incredibly important reminder. Do not focus only on control. Focus on exploration. Look, I get it. It is so tempting for lucid dreamers to just fly around and play superhero. But you are artists. Your goal in the infinite studio isn't just to dominate the environment. It's to explore its boundless potential. You have to balance your active creation with that passive listening we talked about. Let the dream surprise you. I want to wrap up our explainer today with this really profound thought. Because within your dreams exists an endless creative universe waiting to be explored. Just look at those words. You literally go to sleep every single night right next to an infinite studio. The doors are completely unlocked, the materials are 100% free, and the physics are entirely up to you. So my question to you is, now that you have the steps, what impossible masterpiece are you going to build tonight? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now, get some rest and get to work.